facing Philly for the first time going into that. How do you feel?
Yeah, exciting. It's an exciting time, obviously. Division rivalry, been a part of this one for a while. Things look different this year, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Obviously, it looks a little bit different over there from when I was there. New faces, new coaches, new everything, but it'll be a fun one.
Looking back, there were two big trades during your time in Philly when they went up to get you and then obviously trading to Indianapolis. Do memories from either of those moments stand out to you?
This league, my career has been a whirlwind, I'll tell you that much. A lot of really good memories from my time there, I'm not going to lie. A lot of great friends, a lot of great relationships that I made. So definitely we'll have some mixed emotions in terms of those things, but nothing crazy jumps out other than, my time there was a whirlwind. It was wild. This NFL is a whirlwind, but I'm grateful to still be playing, and I'm excited for this one.
Just looking at the first 2 weeks, what sort of challenge do they present from a defensive standpoint?
Yeah, they play fast. Their front, they've always had a really good front. The same thing goes this year. Their DBs do a good job, obviously creating turnovers like we've seen the first couple weeks. And they're a good defense. They play fast. They play hard. I wouldn't say they're anything exotic. So we kind of know what we're going to get, but that just means we got to execute and out-execute them. So we'll be up for the challenge.
You kind of hinted at this last week, but will there be much emotion for you in facing your former team?
We'll find out. We'll find out. I'm excited for it just because of the nature of the game. Obviously, they've started hot. We know where we're at and everything. It's a divisional rivalry, all of those things. I've been a part of this one. I know the emotion that goes into it from the other side. So I'm excited for it. But again, you try not to make the game bigger than it needs to be. Every week's a big week. It's hard to win in this league. And so I know once that first kickoff goes, it'll be football again, and I'm excited for it.
Philly sports fans have this kind of reputation of being their own certain special group. What was it like playing for them for a handful of years?
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. Obviously we had a lot of success there. Winning the Super Bowl up there was pretty special. Being a part of that was pretty cool. It's quite the city, quite the fan base, quite the experience. One I'll definitely cherish my time there. But obviously being on the other end now, it'll look a little different. Hearing them. But yeah, it was a fun couple years there while I was up there. I definitely cherished my time there.
Beyond this week's opponent, if you look at your first two games, the offense is kind of opening it up for you. How much are you enjoying what you're doing so far in Scott's offense and with all the weapons?
Yeah, it's been fun. Obviously, last week, the way we started was pretty bad, myself included. But I do think just the way we can attack, I think we've shown we're capable of being, an explosive offense with the way we can spread the ball around, create mismatches, kind of all over the field. I think we got a lot of speed, a lot of playmakers that I make my life easier. So it has been fun when we see us click, when we see that we're clicking out there. It has been fun. We just got to find ways to be consistent when we're doing it.
Following up on Pete's questions about the fans, you know how they travel to games. What do you think the atmosphere will be like with all the Eagles fans?
We'll find out. We'll find out. It'll be fun. I do know it is exciting playing at home here. Week one was a lot of fun. Being at home there at FedEx, and I'm sure the Eagles fans will travel well like they always do. But hopefully we're still dominating the stands there. But either way, it'll be fun.
And when you look back at your time at Philly, you expect to be there for years. It didn't happen. Where do you think it kind of went wrong there specifically?
I don't know. That's a big question that I've probably answered many times. I'm thankful to be here now. I'm excited for this one.
Obviously, you played with Jalen Hurts, and kind of he was maybe the guy who succeeded you there. Is there any special value in going up against him? I know you're facing the Eagles defense, but having Jalen Hurts on the other side?
Yeah, I don't think so. It's a different offense. It's a different kind of everything. Again, we're preparing to play their defense. They got a good defense. I know our defense will be up for the task of stopping him in that explosive offense that they have there. But yeah, I don't put a lot of stock into that. It's a new team, a lot of new faces over there. So yeah, it'll be a fun one either way though.
You guys have been an explosive offense so far. There's also been some lulls, and obviously teams don't score in every possession, of course. But how do you kind of view that so far in terms of the somewhat inconsistency? What's the step to get past that?
I think we've shown that it just takes one play. I think, for us, it's last game not getting a first down those first couple drives and just missing here or there, just one little thing. If we can just find a way to force the issue and, find a first down, create one play, one chunk play to kind of spark a little momentum, spark a little bit of that, we got to find a way to do that. We got to find a way to execute early. We did week 1. Week 2, obviously, it took us a while to get going there. And that's part of early in the season, I think, is part of it. The NFL's hard. Defenses do a good job preparing as well. So we just got to find a way to bring that energy and bring that execution for 4 quarters and not just, in spurts.
Chase Rie, not just the starting center, he's also calling out the signals and things like that. What does that do for you now with a new center? Does that do you take on any extra responsibility there?
Yeah, I mean, that'll be something that we'll iron out here throughout this week. My heart hurts for Chase. Seeing him from the moment I got here with how hard he worked just to even be ready week 1 was pretty remarkable, quite frankly, knowing the injury he had and the timing that he had it last year. And seeing him go down in the game, I think it was the second to last play. It really made my heart hurt for him and the type of guy that he is, not just for this team as a player, but who he is as a person and how hard he's worked. So definitely prayers up for him. And I think things will look different in that regard up front. But at the same time, I know those guys will be prepared, whoever it is, and guys will be ready. They're coached well. They've always been ready to go. And I don't think my job will change in any regard. But, I do think it's tough to have a guy like that. Again, the player he is, but also the person he is, the teammate he is. I think everybody felt that one a little bit, and hopefully we can rally without him.
You probably don't want to keep looking back, but I'll ask another one that takes you back. When there's so much emotion for you there. You're drafted there. There was a big honeymoon. You're almost MVP, and then suddenly you're gone. How much did that sting, and did it take you a little while to get over having to leave there?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime in life you get thrown a curveball like that, things change. When you think anytime you think what life's going to look like, sometimes I always think God's up there saying, I'm in control. And for me as a man of faith, I think that's where my faith kicks in, and just saying, okay, God, what do you have next for me? I definitely cherished my time that I had up there. It was definitely a wild ride in many, many ways. I grew a lot as a man, got married, had a child, a lot of things. And so I'm very grateful for my time there, but it does catch you off guard. Things change, and you got to learn to grow up and change and adapt. And at the end of the day, I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the changes that life has brought, and I've grown a lot from it.
And because of what you've gone through, are there certain things that you appreciate now, even like what you've experienced here, that maybe you may have taken for granted before? Is there anything in particular?
I don't know anything in particular, but I think, your perspective changes when you grow up, you get married, you have a kid. I think your perspective on life changes, on on your job, on work, on everything, and just I think there's always things I look back on that, man, I could have been better here. I could have been better as a person, as a teammate, lots of things that you do take for granted. And so I think I definitely thank God for the experiences I've had, even though sometimes they're dark or sometimes they're, not how I envision them to be, but I think it's allowed me to grow as a person, and I'm thankful for that.
And I guess, what's it been like for you here? What's it been like?
It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, coming in with it. Like I said, I think I said it right when I got here in the spring, but it's a younger team with a lot of guys that are hungry to win, hungry to find success and to sustain that success. And so it's been fun being a part of it, kind of having a different leadership role, being one of the older guys in the locker room. And so it's been fun to be a part of it. And, we're just getting started here. But hopefully we can find a level of play that's consistent as we get going here.
Time for one more. Is that it?
Yeah, I saw on Twitter that there was a video going around about the Seahawks receivers, defensive backs know about Russell Wilson's kind of hand signals or something like that. I know that it's a different roster, different coaching staff, but do you have that in the back of your mind at all when you're playing a team where you spend a lot of time?
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you go, signals, all those things, the nonverbal communication, so to speak, is different. It changes, and my stuff was different last year in Indy than it was in Philly, and I know they have new coaches, they have new players, they have new stuff. So try not to overthink that. I think in the heat of battle, I think sometimes people think, oh, I got them, I know their signals, but there's a lot going on out there for guys on both sides of the ball. So I personally, and I know a lot of guys don't put a lot of stock into those types of things until you really need to. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.